we're live.
Give it
Here
a minute.
we go. Yeah, we'll give it a minute. We've got the benches stacked again. Another week of talent. If you're tuning in for your first time, we're just waiting for the room to fill up. We'll get started in a second. And I think we're ready. Okay.
There we go. Sorry, I left it on the wrong page. Hey, everybody, this is John. Welcome to Illustration Isolation. This is episode
60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing that we've done this 60 times. 240 drawings. That's a lot of drawing.
A lot of hours.
That's a lot of time, a lot of hours. Anyway, hey, welcome. Thank you for being here. If you're new to us, we do 4 poses a night, 4 20-minute poses. We hope that you'll post your work to Instagram after the end of each pose, and then we kind of go through them at the end of the night. So far tonight, we have CF Payne, we have Cassandra Loomis, we have Don Kilpatrick. I'm John English. Timmy Trayvon is here. Timmy's my business partner and keeps this thing running. Bill Cobe has snuck in the room during the entry or the intro, and I'm sure there'll be others to join. So the way we do this, we have 4 pieces of reference. They're each 20-minute poses. We're going to start tonight with Viola Davis, Tom Hardy, Mahershala Ali, and Meryl Streep. So great reference, beautiful photography, and you can hashtag illustration isolation when you post. So anything that you want to say, Timmy?
Yeah, I just shared the link that you can see on John's PDF. I just shared that to the chat. So if you go there, you'll see the photos. Highly recommend posting your photos throughout the evening. So usually when we hit 20 minutes, I'll say, okay, this pose is over. The panelists usually go over a couple minutes. I recommend, go ahead and post then. That way you're not racing the clock at the end because we do not hit refresh. John goes to Instagram and he looks at what is there. So don't wait until the last minute. Only thing I'll add is if you're joining us, let us know where you're tuning in from. Everybody let us know where you're tuning in from, and also let us know if this is your first time. Yeah, and be sure to hit panelists and attendees instead of just panelists. So
also, you have the opportunity to guide the conversation by asking us questions.
yeah.
Maybe,
definitely.
Maybe more importantly, pivot the conversation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it might make it a little bit more interesting. But we're set to go. I'm ready to draw. I'm going to stop sharing, and we're ready to go. And I started drawing when I came into the room, so I might be a minute or 2 ahead of you here, or 5 or 10. You'll catch up. Trust me.
All right. Well, I'm going to start the clock, unless you're doing that, John. I'll do it.
There you go.
We've got a pretty big name Visual Arts Passage guest speaker as an attendee. that is surprising, but they've only privately messaged, so I gotta see if we can get them upgraded. And you know who you are.
I'm guessing that might be Dale.
No.
Audrey?
This is a guest speaker.
Oh, guest speaker.
Guest speaker. I don't want to reveal their identity, but we'd love to have you on the panel.
Ooh, that's fun. We have somebody from
That could
Russia.
be
A
Adam.
mystery guest.
Mystery
maybe.
guest speaker.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it's Adam then.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Nope.
Past or present guest speaker.
Upcoming.
Upcoming.
Yes. They just messaged me. Yes. Yes, you are.
Who's the little doggy?
Yeah, it's my pup. Going
Aw.
crazy up there.
So cute.
Is that the state dog of Utah?
Yes. Yorkie Shih Tzu. Yeah. Yeah. He's pretty funny. Goes crazy.
The little ones always do.
Yeah.
John, my Finn and I walk and jog every day, and we only get trouble by little dogs. It's
Mhm.
the only ones that give us any trouble.
Yeah.
Little dogs come out and just come after it's like, what are they thinking? It's like, I don't think they understand size or.
Oh no, they don't understand anything.
It means nothing to them.
No, it's yeah.
I don't know.
Small
Maybe
dog complex.
maybe it's like the jail yard. They go after the biggest one.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's prove ourselves here.
Yeah. I don't know if it's the smartest move, but
My dog doesn't have an aggressive bone in his body. He's a big dumb lab.
Oh, that's great.
We have a Great Dane that lives next door to us, and he always comes out and just trounces Finn, just comes out and crushes him. And Finn just looks at him like, what is he doing?
That's funny. Oh, that's great. Has it been pretty humid down there?
It is today.
Yeah, it's been pretty humid up here as well. So,
Oh, it's been brutal.
yeah, must be going around.
We're about to get a nice cold front to come through, and I think it's supposed to be like in the 70s tomorrow, and I can't
Oh.
wait.
Oh, I hope that's coming our way too.
I hope that comes down here.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. It's actually pretty nice outside right now, but it is humid.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's going what direction it's going, but they are calling for storms tonight, so we'll see how loud it gets here.
Oh wow.
I was just at a portfolio review of somebody in Charleston, and the thunder that was going on in the background was pretty impressive.
Oh yeah, we're getting a little bit of that right now too.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, it seemed like it rained all night last night.
Yeah, it was a lot of storms yesterday too.
Yeah. I woke up a few times in the middle of the night, and it just seemed like it was raining constantly.
We were over at a nursery. Was it yesterday or the day before? And it wasn't necessarily like, it felt like we were in the middle of a monsoon. And I think it's just because they didn't have, for whatever reason, they didn't have really.
Oh, I saw that video.
Yeah. And I was getting cut, we were like, oh, we'll wait this out. And I'm glad we left when we did, because the parking lot had zero drainage. And I was wading out to my car, and I was getting kind of nervous because I had trouble shutting my door because of the water.
Yeah. How many inches was that? Like, it looked like you were walking through like 3 inches of water in the nursery.
It felt, yeah, there it was like 3 or 4 inches, but in the parking lot, it was like, when I was trudging along, it felt like it was coming up to my knees. I think it was just because the water was splashing, but I'd say good 4 inches, 5 inches.
Gosh.
Yeah. It was, but we were fine and stuff. We were just like, oh, this is lovely, because it, just the sound kind of had that static sound.
Uh-huh.
Looked out in the parking lot and I'm like, oh boy. Yeah. Should have thought that one through a little bit.
Well, somebody here is in the Lake District, which I love. I visited that area, 10 years ago, and it was fantastic. But she says they're still heating her home there.
Really? Is it so cold, or is it what?
Yeah.
Ah.
I just remember I went to a pub and they had a sign, and there was like the one side where you and your dog can go, and then the other side if you don't have a dog.
So which side did you go on?
Well, I was just traveling there, so I was without a dog. But I wanted to sit amongst the people with their dogs.
Cool.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
So,
Was that Dale?
It is.
Hey, Dale.
Hey.
It's not like we're ever online together.
I know. I haven't seen you for several minutes.
Yeah, it's been a few hours now.
Yeah. Boy, everyone's concentrating.
Yeah, no. Don't have Ray here mixing it up.
Well, there will be mixing up. Don't worry.
Oh, I know exactly who. I was going through all the guest speakers and thinking who it could possibly be, but not thinking about this weekend's guest speaker, which I have a feeling I know who that is.
Are they drawing along with us?
I think you work with him frequently, Don.
Oh, yeah.
Who could
is that
that
the guest speaker that we announced yesterday?
It's a very relaxing, very relaxing.
I thought he sent a text saying he wasn't going to make it tonight.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm just going to make an announcement because there have been a couple questions. If you've joined us tonight, only the panelists have video. We're not watching. We're not, don't worry.
We can't see you.
Yeah. A couple people have asked, and I just want to make sure it's clear. No, you just, this is an opportunity to draw along at home, and you can watch these panelists who've some pretty amazing artists as they work along with us tonight. They said they hope there would be more instruction. They've never drawn people before 2 weeks ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
What type of advice would you give to somebody in that place?
Oh,
Look for the big shapes.
right.
Silhouette.
Yeah.
find silhouette, find the shape first, and draw a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry about making it perfect. Just because God knows none of us are going to make it perfect.
No,
No, yeah.
Yeah.
definitely going to be my warm up pose here.
Yeah. I think you can see with pretty much everybody here. Most everybody's going for the big shapes first. Right. And then,
Yeah.
except it seems like when Chris draws, it's a fully formed, complete piece of work.
Yeah,
And
totally.
that is completely maddening.
Chris is a freak, though.
Yes.
He's just. I mean,
He's been practicing though.
yeah. I mean,
A little bit.
but he draws birds in the shape of like, you know, Utah or something.
Yeah.
Those are amazing. Those are amazing, Chris.
Did you see the New Mexico one?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It looks like a pop-up sign on the side of the road.
Y'all, my husband got me one of Chris's pieces for my birthday.
Oh, what a good husband.
I
wish
know.
I had a husband like that.
Gold star for him. He
Yeah.
did so good.
Dang.
Dale, I'm pretty sure you can find a husband like that.
I know.
Pretty awesome.
Just put it out there. I'm you know.
On the topic of perfection, I heard somebody today actually say, if the cost of entry is perfection, you're going to a boring party.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
And really, what is perfection, right? You know?
It's a good question.
I mean, I love the imperfections, you know. I mean, I think definitely, you know, you want to understand proportion, you want to understand gesture, you know, go for the big shapes. Obviously, all those practice, but it's fun. It's fun to distort and have fun. I mean, you know, Bill was just talking about Chris Payne's bird in the shape of New Mexico. I mean, you know, it's got all kinds of great things going, but then he's going and having fun with it, and, you know, quote unquote, breaking the rules, you know. And that's what gives it personality.
Yeah.
You know, gives it you know, it's your ideas and stuff. And I think, you know, we've all got thousands of bad drawings in us, and the more you practice, the more you get them out of you, and you get to the good ones. You know?
Yes.
That's the hardest thing to communicate too, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
To students, and
Oh yeah.
it's like, okay, it's okay, you know.
Yeah. I mean, I communicate to students, but I have to say it to myself.
Oh yeah.
I'll constantly say to myself.
You know, there's many a week here where I'm like, oh, you know, if I could just move my hand in a way, or if I could just see that, or
Yep.
or
Yeah. It's like it's always like, I hate this paper.
yeah, the paper's fall. So yeah.
Pencil's awful.
Why does this pen suck,
Perform,
man?
brush, perform.
I have an art question. I've never really thought about this, but are young artists or new artists, are they prone to like stick with one medium, like, and like kind of overuse it, or do you recommend like hopping around to as many as possible? Or
You know, I've gone many different directions with this one, and I've said different things at different times. I'm kind of the mindset now. I'm a big fan of trying everything. Obviously, you want to focus on, you know, I think it's a good idea to master a medium, but not have it become an impediment or a stumbling block or a crutch or whatever other analogy you want to use. So I think, you know, if there's all these different paint mediums and stuff like that, experiment with it, try it, really try to keep an open mind. It can get expensive, so you got to be careful, but I go all over the place on that. I'm interested to hear what other folks say.
I have an opinion about that. Imagine that. I got an opinion about
You
something.
got an opinion about
Good
Yeah,
job.
imagine that.
Riley?
I think it's really important to get a grasp if you want to be an illustrator, to get a grasp on something that you can do well, that you can communicate with. You should always be trying different things, experimenting with different materials, but get a handle on one, because then you can work on
Yeah.
the other parts of being an illustrator, which is the cognitive side. You have to, you know, this is visual communication. It's not just copying something. So having skill set is great, but you also got to be able to be a problem solver and be able to communicate. So having something that you can control and do well is very important.
Yeah.
Well, then you don't have to think about it, right? That's like one less thing that you have to.
That is a really good point.
And
Because
if the
yeah. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, if the one thing you want to be able to control and be able to do is draw.
Here's a follow-up question from Esther. What mediums do y'all like to use most?
I love gouache.
And go around the room and then maybe tell what you're working in right now.
Start with Don, because he came out hot with his.
I was just like, I gotta talk. I love gouache. I love a lot of different mediums, but right now gouache, and I was messing around with casein a couple of years ago, and I kind of stopped doing that, and I've kind of settled on this acrylic gouache because it has properties of acrylic and all the good stuff of gouache. So that's what I'm using tonight.
I'm just gonna go around the circle. John?
I'm working in pastel tonight, and I almost always draw in pastel or charcoal. I use lots of different mediums. My first choice is the most flexible medium, which for me is oil paint. And so if I'm doing a finished piece, I gravitate towards some kind of application of oil paint. Could be mixed media too.
How about you, Cassandra?
I'm using acrylic, and I love doing kind of a mixed media. I like to do paintings in acrylic and oil. Start in acrylic and finish with oil.
Cool. And Mr. Payne?
Well, I usually, this drawing here is with colored pencil, just a Prismacolor pencil in a sketchbook. I'm currently working in acrylics with, if need be, some colored pencil and some latex house paint. And that's being done on masonite.
Cool.
And I've never really painted on masonite before, so all the stuff I'm doing is learning something new at 67.
Bill?
So if you can do it,
Oh,
if I can do it, you can do it.
How about you, Bill?
Oh, tonight I'm using a really messy pastel, and but I like everything really. I love oil paint. I like mixed media. When I paint with acrylics, it's usually kind of a hybrid of house paint and watercolor and acrylic. But I was realizing something about myself earlier today. I was working on a comic book page, and there's a lot of cleaning up, I think, and when you're drawing comics, and I think I like messy drawings, and so I've got to figure out a way to maybe incorporate that into, if I want to do comics like that, kind of incorporate that. Because I don't mind smudges and mistakes.
I think as an illustrator, it's the trick is to get your clients to like messy drawings.
There you go. That's the thing. Yeah.
Because artists are one thing, and then I think we all appreciate that, but then the selling it is a little bigger, heavier lift.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And so
I agree with you. I like interesting work like that.
yeah.
But it's
So, I mean, you can tell from my drawing now it's messy stuff because there's handprints all over it. Don, how about Don? You what? Dale, what about you? Where are you?
I'm down to the last little nub of my red pastel pencil here. I draw with I love drawing with graphite and charcoal, but I also love drawing with ballpoint pen, because it acts more as a, not that like the uni roller stuff, something that's forgiving, like a Bic. And I love oil paint, and I'm just really promiscuous in my materials. Whatever it is, I'm drawing with. I love that the most at the moment, and then it could change in a minute. So
Yeah, I hear you.
That's a
Drawing with a
hilarious way
big
to
pen.
describe
I guess if what's that, Chris?
I was just saying, drawing with a big pen, I love doing it because it reminds me of junior high school. That's all I drew in,
Yeah.
all the
Yeah.
time. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah, it gets you right back to the beginning, right?
Absolutely. Takes
Yeah.
me back, takes me back.
That stuff lasts forever too, because it's basically petroleum. That it'll last forever, and you can do all kinds of mixed media over top of it.
Yeah.
But if I'm not mistaken, doesn't the black Bic pen ink, that stuff will turn color. It'll change. The blue doesn't. Yeah.
It depends. The old stuff, if you get the cheapest, oldest technology you can in Bic pens, those ones they didn't change color for me, so I don't know. I haven't really explored too much, but when I was doing mixed media and oil washes over top of it, and it didn't even bother it, didn't budge an inch.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying over time, because I've got these autographed baseballs and the ones that are in black.
Oh, I
Yeah.
get what you're
They
saying.
all-
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
that
you're
was
right. Right.
that was 20 minutes.
Ah.
First pose.
Ah.
You're killing me, Timmy.
I love the
Man.
collective groove.
Come on.
Yeah, so we're on to the next one.
All right.
We don't get a
Everybody-
Timmy minute.
Yeah, the panelists do, but if you're in the audience, it's time to get ready for that next pose. So please post your work. Doesn't have to be a perfect, you don't have to go scan it or something. Just snap a photo of it, put it on Instagram, and we'll check it out at the end of the day. The tags are on the page with the photos. I'll throw them in the chat, but be sure to post them. And I'm going to start the clock on the next pose.
Oh.
Oh, no, it's tight tip Timmy here.
We're running.
Hey, Timmy.
We're running a tight ship, Dale.
Captain Tim is cutting the sail here.
Cracking skulls.
There should be a song in there, Tight Ship Timmy.
Um,
I'll make it up.
very-
I'll sing it for the next illustration I put.
yeah.
I think we get another nickname going, but man, that one I think is gonna stick.
Yeah, it's pretty catchy.
Don's panelist link is going to be broken next week.
He's like, don't make it a thing. Don't try to make it a thing.
We were pretty late to posting the photos to the site today, so there will not be many cheaters today.
Oh,
Yeah, I think everybody's being held to the 20-minute standard.
All right, who's got the first lyric for Tight Ship Timmy?
Tight Ship Timmy,
He's a
smell the reins.
Don't go over the time, or you'll die.
Or you'll be blocked.
I was kind of hoping for more of a hairband aesthetic. Yeah.
That was amazing.
Dale, I think we could go on the road with that.
I need one more chord. That was only 2 chords.
You could go on the road with that.
Yeah, I think I might be going on the road with that.
I love, was it a couple weeks ago, Gil asked me what instruments I play.
Oh, I think he mixed us up.
Yeah, he mixed us up. I thought
Yeah,
that
we
was
look alike.
yeah.
I do the same thing.
I was completely ready to fake it, though. You know.
I'm just trying to judge from your first marks which photo this is, Bill.
Tom Hardy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Tom Hardy. I thought that was David Beckham, who's looking kind of like,
Like Tom Hardy.
yeah,
Tom
yeah,
Hardy
yeah.
as David
Put on
Beckham.
a-
Well, like for the longest time, David Beckham just didn't age, and then suddenly it just seems like it's catching up with him a bit.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I can feel that.
Yeah, I know exactly how poor David feels.
Yeah.
David Beckham is still a pretty flawless looking person.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with how he looks. I'm just saying he doesn't look like he's 20 now.
Yeah, yeah, he is human.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah. There was a moment where it did appear that he was maybe immortal.
Yeah, like it just seemed like forever he looked exactly the same, and it was like 20 years had gone by, and I just didn't understand how that was possible. And now he's starting to look like he's aging again. The only thing I can think of, this is such an obscure reference. Did anybody ever watch Erie, Indiana in the 90s?
For a minute. Yeah.
There was like this first episode where these twins were kept in Tupperware overnight, and so like they never aged. And so one night the kid pulls back the corner of the Tupperware, and then the next night these two adult twins were walking around.
Oh, that's nightmare fuel.
So then like every time I see something that doesn't age, I'm always like, they sleep in Tupperware at night.
That's funny.
Tupperware with formaldehyde in it.
Oh,
Oh, just new stuff.
You know,
Oh, that looks great, Don.
Peter
thanks.
DeSev is like that. Peter DeSev doesn't age.
yeah. I could see that. The illustrator, right? He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of New Yorker covers, right? Or
Yeah.
did for a minute there.
Oh yeah, I love his work.
Character design too.
That's right.
Yeah, he's really good.
He's doing more character design now than other work, isn't he?
Editorial, yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of good.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a good thunder.
I also did not realize David Beckham is fully covered in tattoos.
Oh yeah.
Big
Yeah.
time.
Wow,
Where you been, Timmy?
pretty cool. I missed it.
Did you not pay your fan club dues?
Yeah, dude, slipping. Gotta stay on that. No, he played. Didn't he finish out his career with like with like?
LA, the Galaxy, right?
That's right. Okay.
I thought he switched to another team. Did he stay with Galaxy?
I don't know. See, I kind of paid attention. Then I was like, oh, okay. And then I just, yeah.
Yeah, you did your due diligence. Okay, I know about soccer.
Yeah.
I've
All right, check.
I'm with it.
You played soccer?
I thought he was just married to a Spice Girl.
Yeah.
I didn't know he had a soccer career.
Now, speaking of Spice Girls, has anybody watched Girls 5 Eva?
Girls what? Oh, I wanted to see that.
Oh
What is it?
my God. If you like the Spice Girls or like want to make fun of the Spice Girls, that's an amazing show.
I mean, the cast looks awesome.
It's
What's it called?
Girls 5 Eva.
The
Because-
Tina Fey thing, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, cool. What's it? Is
It's
it
like
on
they're kind of like an older, like they used to be a girls group, and they're trying to kind of live in the old days, but they're kind of past their prime as
Yeah.
the girl group.
It's like 20 years ago they were a girl group.
There's a really in-depth New York Times article that was probably a year ago about the Spice Girls and that whole era of pop music, and it is fascinating. Also, they represent such a big part of my childhood.
Spice Girls?
Oh yeah, Yeah, I mean, they were like the biggest, like number one hit.
Oh yeah.
They were like, I
Biggest
mean, yeah.
earworm ever. Like just thinking about them, I'm hearing their music in my head as we speak.
I mean, Dale,
Now it's-
you weren't 10 when it happened. but what's wild is they were only a band for like something like 7 months.
Oh, is
Yeah,
it long?
A couple of years.
I
No,
would think it was like
no,
2 years.
Don, totally wrong.
What?
It happened yeah, it's wild.
I don't know, man. Really? So
Yeah.
they just so was it just that they recorded a bunch of stuff and then everything else was like touring
I
and
can't
promotion?
remember. I'll find the link.
I mean I could see that where they did like this, burst of recording and then everything else was like, commercial, whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like when they sold out, Don?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
The Spice Girls.
They went commercial.
We like to call that commercial in the success business. No, the thing that was interesting about the article is it talks about how they were very methodically packaged
Oh yeah.
to be sold out, like you said, Dale. And like it's pretty wild. It's really great.
Well, that's never happened in the music industry.
Yeah, I don't think we should hang that on the Spice Girls. Good for them.
I mean,
what?
talk about the
You know-
lasting effect because we all know who they are and we all know like all the names of them in the band.
And personally, looks like they had fun. So I'm not gonna hate on them.
Nope.
I am. I'm kidding.
I
No,
don't.
I'm
That was a
kidding.
grumpy comment.
I don't even know one of their names.
Oh, come on, Chris. We all know.
Come on, Chris. Really?
We all know.
Oh,
Vanilla Spice.
Spice is your favorite.
Spice.
Vanilla Spice. How about
There's
that?
Old Spice,
Apple pumpkin spice.
Baby Spice.
Scary Spice, Sporty Spice,
80 Spice.
Posh Spice.
Did you say Shady Spice?
Baby
Cassandra?
spice.
I didn't, but that's great.
Oh, it's awesome. Ugh.
Well, Girls 5 of it is hilarious, and
What's that streaming on again?
it's on NBC. It's on Peacock,
Okay, yeah.
so you can watch the first 4 episodes for free, and then
And get
Um,
completely hooked.
then you got to pay it's not very expensive. But I also watched Eurovision on it, which was pretty awesome too.
I just think of the Will Ferrell movie and I laughed really hard.
Yeah, that's where my mind goes right away.
Yeah.
This is way better because it's real.
Yeah. I wanted to watch it just for the costumes. Ooh, that would be fun. Could we have a Eurovision themed night? Like, I bet that would be some great stuff to work from.
That could be cool. I'm down.
The costumes would be epic.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing is when the Icelandic judge is on there, he keeps referring to the song. I can't remember the name of it from the Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah, the something, yeah. Or,
Yeah. He's like, it's good, but it's not as good as this.
That's cool that they're referencing that though.
Oh God, it's hilarious.
Well, I know the Europeans and basically the rest of the world are just offended how like the US just doesn't know about the competition. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's such
Oh
a
yeah.
big deal.
Yeah.
Guys, I got to roll. So thank you so much for the evening.
Thank you, Chris.
Great to see you again.
Have a good night, man.
You bet.
I think we lost Chris at Spice
No.
Girls.
No, well, not yet. No, I just got, the guy that I have to meet over the Elks for our meeting just buzzed me and said, gotta go. So, because he's headed over. So I got a meeting. All right, man. Take
No, I'd
care.
rather talk about the
Good one.
Spice Girls.
He's secretly going to listen to Spice Girls the whole way over too.
No. I see. I'll what? See, I remember the Bangles. I remember them. They were when I was down in Dallas. They existed when I was in Dallas.
Chris is gonna
And
get
then,
in his
and then
car.
there's the Go-Go's and all that. So, all right. Catch you later.
Hi.
Oh, that's awesome. He's like,
That's
and
the best response.
Chris is gonna get in his car and be like, zigga zigga ah.
If you want to be my lover, you got to get with my friends.
oh, that would be so amazing.
I like the defense though. I remember the Bengals.
That's
Uh,
great.
That's awesome.
I love it. I love it so much.
I could have. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but I could have sworn that he's done illustrations with them.
He probably has.
He's
Yeah.
done so many illustrations. Like he's done more illustrations and forgotten about them than I have completed.
Right, right.
So
He's
crazy.
done more illustrations of contemporary music. That guy had a full page in the back of Rolling Stone for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Decades, right?
Trust me, he knows what he's talking about. Now,
Yeah.
things have changed. The people have changed. The players have changed. But man, he was totally tuned in for a long time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I used to collect, in part him and other great illustrators, but I used to collect that front page for the contents page for Rolling Stone for like a better part of a decade.
Me too.
I always collected his back of Reader Digest picture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love
Man, I
them.
love those. Those. Yeah. They were great.
Amazing. So yeah, I'm like legit fangirling over having a piece now of his.
That's cool. Cool.
It's of a plein air painter. It's like sitting. I'll go run and grab it later and show y'all.
Oh, cool.
Does anybody know when Anita Kunzi's book is out or if it's out?
It's out. Yeah. From what?
Oh, is it out?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I know that the New Yorker did some feature on her recently. Because I saw she posted about something related to that today or yesterday in her feed. If you go to her social media feed, she wrote about it, and I just didn't get a chance to really read it.
Yeah, Anita was part of that back page of Rolling Stone too.
Yeah.
She was so good. Well, she is so good.
She's
She
so
was really
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. She's doing. I don't know if you guys have seen the. She's been doing. Dry point or like
I haven't
etching.
seen that. Oh, no kidding. I haven't
No.
seen that.
Yeah, and she has a master printer printing them. They're just absolute. She's obviously engraving them, but they're interesting. They're really good,
Oh, wow.
and it's really great to see how her work translates from one medium to the other.
Imagine Nita doing something nice.
I know.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Well, and I liked she works with like a is it a chimpanzee rescue or something? And so
Yeah.
she had done a piece and then she had a monkey also work on it. It just like there was cool things like that she does.
That's cool.
She's in Toronto. She's not in New York, right? I always get.
She used to split her time. She has dual citizenship.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
She
I
had
didn't realize she had dual citizenship. It's cool.
Yeah. an apartment in New York for years. I don't know if she still does or not. I think she does.
That's not easy.
Yeah, I can. Oh, yeah.
She was locked into a rent controlled apartment for a
Yep.
long time.
Yeah, I was just going to say I had a friend who had that situation, and they finally lost it. They were paying $600 a month for a two-bedroom apartment
Oh
in
my.
the village, like right
Oh.
down the street from the Strand.
Oh
Oh,
my gosh.
Yeah,
that's like prime.
yeah.
Wow. Any other interesting podcasts? I wrote those down that you guys talked about a couple of times ago, but haven't had a chance to look at them yet.
Oh, you know what I just heard, and I know everybody probably knows the story, but I know you're gonna laugh at me, but Lance Armstrong has a podcast.
What?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
called
it'd be fascinating.
it's called The Forward, and but he had this woman on. She was they made a movie. There was an Aaron Sorkin movie made out of her book, Molly's Game.
Oh,
Oh, I've
that's
heard
a
it, but I
great
never
movie.
watched it.
I haven't seen the movie, but man, what a story! And she's fantastic.
Just watch the movie.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So
Very
the
good.
movie was good?
Yeah, I liked it. I mean, well, yeah, it was good. I mean, just the story itself is amazing.
Yeah.
So that apparently the they call it Player X, but I don't know how they present it in the movie. I haven't seen it. The real bad, the guy who took over the game.
Right.
That's Tobey Maguire.
I read
Oh.
that.
Of course.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. And like it's even worse than it's portrayed in the movie, apparently.
Wow.
I
Didn't
don't-
know.
What does that mean? I don't know the story.
She's a real natural entrepreneur. She was a freestyle skier, the national level. I don't know if she went to the Olympics or not, but she injured out of the sport, and then was just kind of flopping around, and somehow fell into serving drinks at a high-end poker game in LA with A-listers like Ben Affleck and Leo DiCaprio. And she said she was always a really good student, and she had just taken the LSATs to get into law school. And she was just really paying attention, and she thought, I could do this better. I could put this game on better. And there was an enormous amount of money changing hands. And so she did it. She went all in and put all her money into one night at the, I think the Beverly Hills Hotel, that rented out the suite, got, beautiful women to serve drinks and the best Cuban cigars and the best scotch, and like a Vegas dealer to, so the game was super clean. And she invited people who were of similar skill levels, but who had enough money to get into a, $50,000 to $250,000 per hand buy-in. And so she took over the game from the guy she was working for, and then hilarity ensues, basically. Really, really impressive woman, though. But she eventually got busted for running an illegal game. But man, what a story!
Really, yeah, fast. And Jessica Chastain is just so good.
Yeah, I like I said, I've got to see that movie. What was interesting about her being on Lance Armstrong's thing, though, was they basically approached the situations they were in the same way. So, he went over to Europe. He had won the world championships as a 21-year-old, and he went back the next season, and he was getting crushed, right? Just the big guys were just going uphill faster than him, and he and his teammates are like, what? And the answer is they were the other guys had a better system than they did. Yeah. So he's like, okay, if we're going to stay here, we got to use the same fuel. And she kind of did the same thing. She saw what the situation was, and who the competition was, and adjusted. And I find it I find it interesting because I think that's, and I don't say this cynically, I just say this as a realist. I think that's what happens at the top of most games. And I don't mean
Mhm.
just sports, life. The people who gain the advantage, whatever means possible, they end up winning, and sometimes they do it legally and ethically, and oftentimes they don't. And if they get caught, they get caught, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, look at Wall Street. You think Wall Street is, you don't think there's inside trading happening?
No.
I'm just imagining going on Lance Armstrong's podcast and him being like, "You remind me of me," and you'd be like, "Slade."
Wow, that's
Wait a second.
man.
Wait a second. Take it easy, Lance.
No,
Whoa, whoa.
he pretty much embraced that idea.
No, I mean, I understand. Yeah, there's the documentary. He's kind of an Icarus story. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the name of the podcast?
It's called The Forward.
Hey, Dale.
Yeah.
If you get a kick out of this, I have a friend that knew Lance Armstrong really well. And he hired him to be the spokesman for his company
Oh.
a year before he was found out.
Oh no.
Yeah. Not a good move.
Oh my God.
hey, on that note, we're a couple minutes over the second pose.
Oh,
We've all been cheating.
No, the the cheater Chris is left. He's been juicing. Yeah.
Oh, Don, that's
That
awesome.
explains a lot.
Yeah, Don, the color is amazing on that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, talk about cheating. He's just using a fancy color.
Yeah.
trying to, well, thanks. I appreciate it. That's something I've been trying to really be conscious of, is like, I tend to go monochromatic or kind of dull things down. I don't know if it's just that I'm trying to do the value grouping thing, and I get kind of, by the time 20 minutes is up, but I'm trying to see if I can do that by controlling more intense stuff.
That's cool.
Okay, so I'm gonna give a minute buffer, everybody, and then I'm gonna start the next 20 minutes. So if you're in the crowd, though, this is when you post your work.
Yep.
Dale, I was just going to tell you to finish that, and I'll talk to you more about it some other time, but they put a likeness of Lance on one of these two huge towers they built for their company.
Oh,
They put this like 100-foot likeness of Lance on the side of their building weeks before that came out.
oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
That's definitely gonna become less and less common to have a single spokesperson represent your brand.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
It just it's a ridiculous thing.
It is.
Yeah, I
Don't-
just think
yeah.
it's a risk.
You got a lot riding on it, right?
Yeah.
A lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you promise there's nothing in your closet? Do you promise?
Yeah.
I promise.
Yeah. You can see the dollar signs.
There's a great scene in that book, or I don't know if they did it in the movie or not, the Molly's Game thing, where Tobey Maguire is there with, I forget who his friend is, but I think it's another actor, good friend of his, and he looks at him, and it's poker, so you're, the bluffing and all that, but he says, "Listen, you're going to lose this hand. You're my friend. I swear, you're going to lose this hand. Just fold." And so the guy put down his cards, and of course, he had the better hand. And
That's in the movie too.
oh, it is.
But it wasn't a friend of his. It was just
Just a guy.
Yeah, I forget who played
No, it was the guy that she was helping, and it put him on tilt. I mean, it was the thing that pushed him over the limit where he just went nuts.
Huh.
we're just gonna recap.
Yeah.
Of,
No reason to see the movie.
yeah, I'm gonna when we post this to YouTube, it will say like Molly's game spoilers.
You know, another really good movie with her in it is Mrs. Sloane.
Okay.
Has anybody seen that one?
No, I haven't.
She plays a lobbyist. I think she's like caught on corruption charges. But it's one of those movies where it's going one way the whole time, and you're not sure what's, you know, which way it's going to go. But she's really good in it. She's
always good.
Yeah, she's always really good. But yeah, Mrs. Sloane and Molly's Game were probably my two favorites of hers.
Well, now I need to watch Molly's Game. That sounds cool.
I thought Tree of Life was beautiful.
Oh yeah, God, I haven't seen that in a while. That's Terrence Malick, isn't it?
Yeah. He can, you know, he can be, I think he does beautiful things, but it feels like he's kind of doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah. I've forgotten this actor's name.
What, Tom Hardy? This one?
No, the guy that we're drawing now.
Are we on the new one now?
Still drawing.
Next pose.
I thought we were still getting a Timmy minute.
No, the Timmy minute is over.
Oh,
The Timmy minute ended like 5 minutes ago.
It is well over. You guys all blew it.
I was waiting for you to tell me.
Rebellion.
I figured you were able to, Cassandra, to realize that 60 seconds had passed.
Nope. Consider me incapable. I set timers for everything.
Cassandra, aren't you the one that he puts in charge when he's not there?
uh-oh.
Yeah, and I like set timers for myself.
And this
Bill,
is horribly
to
disappointing.
remind you, Bill, that's Mahershala Ali.
Somebody just asked, and I just want to clear this up because we got a lot of new people and maybe they
Thank
joined
you.
late. But post to Instagram, hashtag illustration isolation at Visual Arts Passage.
Well, these are great photos. So thanks, John.
Yeah.
I didn't take them, so I just stole them.
Hey, it's so cool that you're a famous celebrity photographer.
In my spare time.
Yeah.
Hey, Don, wouldn't this be a great image for a woodblock?
Oh yeah. All the different, all the interesting marks you could make. Yeah.
Yeah. I think of those Leonard Baskin woodblocks,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Oh yeah. Big time.
they're really huge.
hmm Well, just such a great expression.
Well, I feel like this is an expression and lighting that I've seen in Da Vinci even.
Yeah, I can see that.
So is anybody excited about the Olympics?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Big time.
Always so fun to watch.
It just doesn't seem like, I don't know, because it doesn't seem like anybody's,
I think we're all waiting, because it already got delayed a year. And so we're all kind of like, I mean, we're happy if it's exciting, but if it's happening, but I don't know. I think I'm personally just waiting to make sure like it's all on.
This is
Yeah,
this is a huge year, Dale, because skateboarding is added to the Olympics.
hell
As it
yes.
should be.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's that I am excited to see that.
Are you being sarcastic?
No, I'm being serious.
Oh, as a former skateboarder, I'm completely stoked about that. That is,
Yeah.
Is that news to you? Did I get to deliver that news to you?
yeah. Why do I think it was already in? Was it in as an exhibition sport or?
I thought it was in already too.
I think they did it as an exhibition the last go around, but I could be wrong.
Now, did like the obstacle courses, like the did that end up becoming one?
Oh, like a American Ninja Warrior?
Yeah.
I think it should be.
I heard there was talk of it, that it could happen, but I didn't know if it was happening yet.
I'm not.
I mean, come on.
Dale, so you think that the Olympics committee will call it America Ninja Warrior?
Oh no, I'm saying that style of.
No, I
You know what? I'll go along with you, Tim. Yes, I do. Yes, of course they do. And why wouldn't they?
Thank you for yes-anding me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're saying. No, I'm excited for skateboarding. I'm gonna look. I'll see what new sports are being added.
Do you think Tony Hawk is really pissed right now, though?
Nah, he's.
Be
I
like,
was just excited
Bill.
that it's happening.
Bill, I listened to an interview with Tony Hawk, and he says he's thrilled about it.
oh, cool.
I've got a definitive answer for you.
Awesome.
That guy.
Because I could see it going the other way, like,
No, he's really happy for everybody.
Yeah.
oh, that's awesome.
There was. I recently watched a story of his, an Instagram story of his where he pulled. I can't remember the name of the move, but he was like, "This is the last time I'm going to do it because it's just too brutal on my body." I'll have to forward it and find it for you guys, but it was
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
He's amazing. He's 56 or 57.
I 57, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's still doing that. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at that level, it's like, whoa.
I mean, I'll be 57 this month, and you guys don't have to get me anything.
When's your birthday?
I'll be on gifts. Really, seriously.
All right,
But
you open.
I am at the age where I do think about. Oh, I don't think I want to fall.
Yeah.
But you're like a crazy biker. Like you bike everywhere. I don't believe you.
Cassandra, I bike everywhere. I don't fall everywhere.
But you still could fall. Like you're on
Yeah.
you're on the road.
Yes, but that's so second. It's so second nature that you don't think about falling. But like,
Don't you think that's how like Tony Hawk feels?
I think he's like a superhero, and he doesn't ever think about that sort of thing. Those are my American heroes.
Yeah. Well, another skateboarder from that era, Christian Hosoi, he's still like pretty amazing too. But but there's just certain moves that they used to pull off 20, 30 years ago that they're just like you said, it's like they pull that off, they're completely never going to walk again. Because they're like 57. They're just like they could do it, but they will pay dearly for it.
Yeah.
Here are the new sports for the 2021 Olympics. It's a big year for new sports. Karate.
That's new. That was in there before.
That's been they've tested that before. That's been.
Yeah, you're thinking of like judo or
Judo was in. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, or like taekwondo or something. Skateboarding.
Wow.
This one is really cool. Sport climbing.
Oh, cool.
Oh, that's
That's awesome.
like a sprint.
This is the biggest one. This
Like
is
bouldering?
Yeah, like bouldering. But this is the coolest one. Surfing.
Oh, no
It
way.
wasn't in?
This is a big year for like the Spicoli athlete.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It is
That's awesome.
It's
long
like
overdue, man.
sponsored by Gummy.
And what's exciting is Dale. I think I told you this. This is the summer. I'm fully committed. I'm gonna learn how to surf.
You know, to me, I have dreams that I'm still got a window where I can learn how to surf.
You definitely could.
You know, and growing up in California, it's like one of my shames.
You should have done that, actually. You know what? I'm joining you in your shame.
I should have grown up.
What's wrong with you?
No, I've got my Scamp packed up.
What's a Scamp?
It's my camper. And I'm gonna take my illustration isolation on the road.
Cool.
You really are.
No, yeah. I was talking with John about it earlier today.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's so cool.
My reasoning with John to convince him it was safe for the broadcast was that we landed on the moon. I can do this from California.
You have a team of engineers behind you, Timmy.
Yeah, exactly. That was my.
You know what? I have good friends.
Chris
and
and
they
I'm here to help
have
them.
2 kids and a dog, and they permanently like RV, and they're always going from like national park to national park, and we're able to telework, and it's been great for them.
Yeah, yeah. We have it a bit more complicated because we have to have the really fast internet and but found some workarounds and I'm hoping that will be I'm hoping that this is the summer of Timmy.
That's awesome. When are you going?
July.
Cool.
Is Gianna excited?
She's really excited.
She's going with you.
Yes. She is. She's taking the summer off teaching, and it's kind of, it's bittersweet. This is the first summer she's not teaching, and she's not being forced to volunteer for the Illustration Academy. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So.
Well, that'll be exciting. That's been a tough year, especially for teachers. So I think that sounds wonderful.
Yeah. So.
Well, that's great, Timmy.
Yeah.
If I could do it over, that would be one of my options. Live in a place where surfing is an everyday occurrence.
Yeah, I could.
Without freezing your tail off.
Yeah.
So I've floated on a surfboard once, so I'm assuming it can't be that much harder.
You'll get it. It's really not that difficult. It's difficult to get really good at it, like it is with anything else, but it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Of course, my favorite line here. I watched this documentary. We so we get kind of like the top picks of the Telluride Festival. It comes through Richmond, and it's like a one-night showing. And so one of the kind of documentary shorts was about these surfers who went up into the Arctic and stayed, and from all of the stuff that just came in from the ocean, they made themselves a cabin and lived there and just collected trash and surfed, and it was so cool and so brutal, but amazing.
Wow.
That's a very surfery story.
Yeah. It was like they were making the planet better while they were living in the Arctic surfing.
That's really cool.
That sounds like really hardcore surfers.
I always think of Dogtown and the Z Boys. That's the childhood I'm envious of.
Oh yeah.
So that was. So are you talking about the movie or the documentary?
Documentary.
Yeah. So Timmy, that was my childhood. That was.
That's so cool.
I grew up. The Skateboarder magazine came out, and I had just the urethane wheels had just been invented, so it turned the whole sport, for lack of a better word, into something else. And those pictures from Santa Monica with the Dogtown guys with Tony Alba and those guys. My friends and I were every month just dying for that thing to come out. And we were finding empty swimming pools and skateboarding in pools. And man, that was just so seductive.
I do have to ask, what kind of hair did you have for skateboarding versus, when you did your rock music?
Oh, I was still a kid, so I had the parent approved mandated haircut. Regular boy in the 1970s haircut.
I wasn't sure if that was like long hair, Dale years, or
Shaggy, but nothing, nowhere near as
epic.
pronounced as it became.
He had flow.
Yeah.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, that stuff was awesome. The Dogtown.
Somehow I missed the skateboarding thing. I think other thing kind of took. How old were you, Dale, when you got into that?
Must have been 11, 12.
Oh, I miss. I mean, my brother got into it a little bit, but I think he had one of those really small plastic fan out skateboards,
Yep. Like the GTs were the plastic ones with the urethane wheels. Those were the popular ones, and then
Yeah.
then you kind of moved up from there. That was like the gateway drug.
What made me want to skateboard, or at least longboard, was seeing the movie Walter Mitty,
Oh, I love that movie.
the new one where he's like, what is he? He's
Ben
an
Stiller.
Iceman, and he's like skating down these massive roads,
Yeah,
and you're just like, I could do that.
that's one of my favorite movies.
Bill, I'm just imagining how fast you would get the wobbles.
Yep.
The further you get, that's the scarier it gets.
Yeah.
I've driven down that road in Iceland, and it is a steep road. Like, that was an intense thing for that guy to do.
I was with Jeremy Collins once, an illustrator in town and climber, and he was like, "Hey, we're going to this movie thing tonight. Will you join us?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I'm gonna ride my longboard. You want to come with me?" And I skateboard, but I have no experience on a longboard, nor do I have much experience like commuting on a skateboard. We hit a hill on this longboard in Kansas City, like John, it's like right by the Nelson, and I had no control. I was going like, I mean, it was it was one of those situations where people should have been like stopping the intersections. Yeah, it was like
Terrifying.
Oh, it was a real like, Jesus, take the wheel.
You survived.
I survived, and Jeremy quickly realized as I passed him
Oh, that's the best.
that I had no business doing what I was doing. And the luckiest thing that happened is I got the wobbles, and I wrecked before I got hit by a car.
You told me you were wearing a helmet.
Sure.
Oh my God.
Sure. Now we used to. I remember we used to say.
You should wear a helmet. I'm gonna say that.
Yeah. No, I remember we used to just say like you got to take the hit when when it's over, and you're going too fast and it's not going to end well. It's like just take the hit right there because nothing's going to get better.
Yeah, it was totally that situation, and I was just lucky that like fate took it out of my hands.
Yeah.
Hey, Audrey, we've got Audrey here.
Hey.
Yeah, Audrey.
Audrey. How you
I'm
doing?
on mute, but hello.
Yeah, Audrey.
Hi, I snuck in here. I got distracted crafting, so
That's
Oh, cool.
fantastic.
and it actually turned out really cool. So
What are you making?
I was doing some collage transfers onto wood slabs, and they're actually just party decorations. But
That's cool.
honestly, I love the technique. It's fun.
That's cool.
What
Yeah.
are you looking to transfer?
It's actually just Mod Podge, but it's image transfer. But
Yeah.
it can transfer any kind of I think it's like the laser printed stuff.
Cool.
So it's yeah, I was having a lot of fun. I mean, it's just so cool, you know, I love making collages because that's, you know, that's a lot of the way that I come up with ideas and compositions anyway. So it's kind of cool to think about it that way, minus, you know, you can paint on top of them and stuff. It's just great.
I read a thing today by Henrik that Henrik Drescher had written about doing kind of a collage sketchbook.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you load your sketchbook with different collage images as things to work off of.
Huh. But yeah. So wait, is that a book like of prompts, or is that just something that?
It was just something he posted as like as an idea for, you know, kind of loading up a sketchbook with different collage images.
Right. Huh. Well,
And just don't think about it too much. Just load it up, and then it'll be a surprise when you come to it.
yeah. I mean, that's about how I worked in college, and partially just because I didn't think that that was like real art. It's ridiculous, but like I thought, you know, this is something that you do in a sketchbook, but you just keep it personal.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's low stakes, so you feel free about doing it?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and I thought like, well, you know, something like this might not mean something to anybody else, but I think it's the coolest stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool.
I like that you mentioned, was it Mod Podge?
Oh yeah, Mod Podge image transfer. It's awesome.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
What is that? I don't know that.
It's kind of like matte medium, actually.
It is like matte medium.
It's a
Yeah.
little different, but right. I mean, I don't know if it has. I don't know if you can pull that off with matte medium, but they look.
Like how would you use it? Like how did you use it, Audrey?
Well, here I'll pull one that I did. This one's kind of like a little
Oh, fun.
like a
Wow.
face mixture. But yeah, I was just playing with this right now. But so basically, you coat it on the piece of paper on one side where the image is cut, and then I mean, it's like a temporary tattoo, you know.
Okay.
And you just dry it, and then you have to rub off all the paper. That's the annoying part. But little piece of fabric. But it's neat because you can do, you know, like this is a Photoshop collage of like a sculpture and you know, a painting and a couple different faces and elements, and I colorized it how I wanted. And now I'll probably just, you know, do something sort of impressionist or whatnot in areas that I want to change edges or make textures. But
Really cool. Wow.
yeah,
That's
but
beautiful.
it's nice how you can get something like, you know, right on a slab of wood. But yeah, so yeah, I was crafting today.
Nice.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Yeah. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Gotta get these images up. Is there one more after this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's gonna be Meryl Streep.
On that note, on to the next pose.
Ah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Ah,
Like 5 minutes. You got 5 Timmy minutes already. I don't know.
Ah, that's great though.
Well, that was a fun drawing.
Was.
We're on to the next one. I'm going to start the clock, but I'm going to add some bonus minutes to it. So those of you in the crowd can post your work. So.
So Bill, I know I've asked you this before, but what brand of press is that? Is that a Takich?
It's an etan or etan.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
It's I've had it for about 20 years now or so. And it's funny, I bought it from somebody who lived in Virginia when I was in California. And it was shipped to me. The inside the drum are ceramic ball bearings, and they were all shattered. So I called Etan up and I sent it to them, and they fixed it for free.
Oh, that's cool.
You
Yeah.
sent that's
Not
not
the
neat.
drum, not the whole press. I just took the
Oh.
drum.
Yeah, I was thinking, ooh, that's a
Yeah. So here, I'll show you. There's the drum.
nice. Is that 3 feet wide or is that a 2 foot wide?
It's I think
Or-
it's 2 feet by 4 feet,
Oh, okay, so
something like that. Let me
Okay.
I'll tell you in just a second. So, yeah, it's 2 feet wide
Oh, wow.
by about 4 feet long.
oh, nice.
So I know because I know how big that painting is.
That's great.
And then I forget what the bed is. This compressed material and
Oh, pyrol or
what's it called?
oh gosh, I forget how to pronounce it, but I know what you're talking about. It's
You know what I'm talking about? It's like this really,
like a dense plastic.
yeah, it's really dense and it's incredibly hard material. So
Yeah, that's really nice to have because it reduces the overall weight. That's always the challenge, when you're having to move it or whatnot. Yeah.
yeah, but well, I like the wheel because it's this.
Yeah, it's nice.
I can just like spin it, and, I've gotten used to how kind of I've got little marks on it as to where, for a certain thickness of plate, how, for what the pressure has to be. So,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah.
Do you use press blankets?
I do, yeah. I have, I used to have 3, but now I have 2. One of them I don't know what happened to it. One's about a 1/4 inch and one's about an 1/8 inch. And I used to have a really thin one, but
Yeah.
I sometimes I'll put tape on it to line up things. I've seen people put acetate down,
Yeah.
with Sharpie marks on it to,
Right.
to be really precise. But it's funny doing image transfers. I've used it for that.
Mm-hmm.
Burnishing things down, because I've done image transfers using matte medium and like Bristol paper, Bristol board,
Oh,
Mhm.
awesome.
and gel medium too. But boy, you run it through the press and it's just like, oh, I don't have to sit here and burnish this thing. I can just like run it through once and.
I'm really excited to try. I haven't tried this yet, but when you were talking about this earlier, Audrey, I was thinking about rice paste. There's this, or I guess they call it nori that you use with printmaking that you can do transfers with.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Now that you brought that up, I'm going to try that out. See how it works.
Yeah. I just love things that you don't exactly know how it's going to turn out. I mean, no matter what, it's fun to keep adding stuff like that.
Oh
Right.
yeah.
I mean, it's the lotto card feeling, Just,
Yeah.
Just kind of like, all right, like the curiosity carries you through.
I found that it really changed the way I put together images. and put me into a different mode of visual communication, where I wasn't controlling it. It was more of a relationship between the process and I don't know if that makes any sense.
Yeah, no, I totally feel what you're saying.
Yeah. And I've taught kids how to do it, like do the image transfer thing. And that it's just so much fun watching what they do.
Oh yeah.
Also, have you ever tried watercolor, doing monotypes with watercolor?
I have not yet. I've used oil like watercolor and done monotypes that way. I was too afraid to use actual watercolor, but I think that's on my list too over the next few weeks. So I've got a press about the same size, not that long ago, and I'm finally able to use it, which I just didn't, this year I just didn't have the time to do that.
Yeah.
During the academic year, so I'm excited.
So what I found is with printmaking, I tend to use either Reeves BFK or Stonehenge paper.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I kind of lean more towards the Stonehenge paper. But for the watercolor,
Reeves is awesome.
To use like a watercolor paper.
Oh, okay.
So because it's more absorbent.
Oh.
Than the printmaking paper.
Really? That's cool.
Here's a question for you, Dale. What do you usually use that blue graph mat for? Just Accutexture?
Oh, this thing? I just use it to, so I can cut on the, if I have to cut something, because it's self-healing. Also, it's a line thing, so it's just a surface. It's nothing. It's a convenient surface that you can destroy and cut and paint on and use for measurements even. But it's it's just convenient, I guess. I'm a slob, so I try not to destroy too much of my stuff.
Bill, your studio doesn't look like you're a slob. Your studio looks immaculate.
Who, me?
Oh, not at all. I mean, it's a clutter. It's very cluttered. It's comfortable. I love it in here, but it's I don't care at all about being neat. I don't want to just destroy stuff. That's all.
Yeah.
I really super neat places. They make me uncomfortable. I don't know about you guys, but
yeah.
I like clutter.
Yeah, I'm more hobbity chic when it comes to that.
Hobbity chic, isn't that called cottage core?
Yeah. Now it's the modern term, cottage core.
Cottage core?
Cottage core.
Like hardcore, but cottage core?
Yeah. Yeah, it's
I don't know that.
the opposite of minimalism. It's you're just cozy with all your favorite things, like stacks of books and blankets.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know that's so I'm sort of have a Hobbit aesthetic. Is that right?
Yeah, you can be hip and say cottage core, and I just always relate to the hobbits. I'm ready for second breakfast.
Oh yeah.
Really
I want to be cozy and read a good book.
Oh yeah.
See, I have this thing where I'm trying to have too much stuff around me.
You're trying to have too much stuff?
Yeah, I just don't want so much stuff. I'm trying to.
Yeah.
You're saying you're trying to have a lot of stuff. I was
No, I'm not trying to have a lot of stuff. I'm trying to get
more
rid
stuff.
of
I was thinking, dang, man, you're like the anti-Marie Kondo or whatever.
Bill's a maximalist.
You don't want so much.
I can't have enough stuff around me. I'm burying myself.
Right.
No, I have too much stuff. I don't want so much stuff. But my tendency is very sloppy. I put it down and that's where the thing stays.
Yeah.
I'm a piler, so I'll have organized piles. This is the clean pile. This is the dirty pile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that too.
And I have cats that knock down the piles, and then the organized piles become messes.
cool.
I have a friend who he determined that he was not going to have any paper in the studio.
Hmm.
Why?
Early digital. I don't know. There was this thing. I'm
I
not
just
sure.
didn't know if he was like, more eco-friendly, trying not to use paper, or
I think it was the sort of, like an aesthetic kind of thing, a choice. Very minimalist. Even even though he had some bookshelves, there were like 3 books and like
Wow.
a frame with nothing in it, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
That's a thing too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
And it looked really nice. It's just, it was not my thing.
I think it's always fun to work with some kind of a restriction,
Mhm.
Oh, geez, I never thought about it that way, Audrey.
Yeah, yeah. I would interpret it that way,
Yeah. All right, I'm in.
like a design thing,
Yeah.
Uh,
I don't know if you guys can hear, but someone is either having a lot of fun across the street or the police are going to show up in a minute and there's going to be a lot of crime scene tape.
is it just a lot of, what do you hear?
You know how when you can't tell if the screams are laughter or
Oh gosh.
AKA living next to kids.
yes, yeah, there are a lot of kids around here, so I'm
Yeah.
assuming it's fun.
Yeah.
You want to go lock your doors there, Dale?
This is it's just not that kind of neighborhood. It's This couldn't happen, but it's probably not going to happen.
The next scene is like Dale being carried off
I know.
by a bunch of teenagers.
Oh well, wrong again.
Oh, man.
I have shown that Meryl Streep cerulean sweater scene from The Devil Wears Prada to
Mhm.
so many classes.
Oh my God.
Like it's such a great little lesson.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really is. I didn't think of it that way, but that's really smart.
She was only about 54, 55 when she did that role.
Really?
Yeah. And but she seems a lot older in the movie, but
Maybe the silver look.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just watched that the other day again.
I loved like that aspect of the new Cruella movie that it really reminded me of.
yeah.
Boris Prada. That was a really fun aspect of it.
The what movie?
The Disney Cruella movie.
Oh, did you watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
haven't seen that.
I haven't seen it.
I don't usually care for the Disney remakes, or revisits but I mean, this was fun. It was definitely like its own thing. I don't think it even like needed to be like a Cruella story. It was just kind of just cool.
Oh, that's fun. That's good to know.
I was no expectations going in. I thought the trailers looked a little silly, but I mean, I thought it was awesome. It had a very, very cool, a very cool, interesting relationship between Emma Stone and Emma Thompson's, just like the acting between them, the tension. It was very much like Devil Wears Prada, but it's different. So.
The costumes look beautiful.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Is that Emma Stone in that? I keep hearing the song Cruella de Vil from 101 Dalmatians tonight. See her.
Yeah, it's definitely nothing. It's definitely nothing like, you know, what anybody remembers from the 70s one, but you know, worth seeing, I think.
Cool.
Yeah. So did you see that in a theater?
Yeah, it was our first time going back out with our
How'd that go? How were you?
I mean, it felt good. It's pretty empty though. But we felt safe and like everybody was being cool and respectful.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, felt good, just like a little odd, like anything.
It's weird. Yeah. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feel like you're being naughty or something.
Yeah. I was at my first party cookout this past weekend, and there was a point. It was a surprise party, so there's one point where, of course, we're all hiding in the house. We're in this kitchen. There are probably 50 people, and I just looked around like, ooh,
So many people.
people. And just even 3 months ago, that would have been absolutely horrifying as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
But it was, everyone claimed to have been vaccinated. So, this is what we do, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny. The host, she was like, well, everyone's vaccinated, or this is a super spreader. Yeah, I guess we'll see.
God.
Right?
That's comforting.
I know. But, I think we're at the point where I think we're sort of forced to just trust people who say they're vaccinated. And that's really weird too. Just the idea that maybe I trust you, maybe I don't,
Right.
I went and saw a movie last week for the first time too, Audrey. I saw A Quiet Place.
Oh, how was
How was
that?
that?
Yeah, how was that?
It was really just like a fun ride. It was, like it was a great, I think, return to movie theaters because it's like a blockbuster fun action movie.
Okay.
But it also was a very disappointing reminder to me how much it costs to go see a movie at a theater.
Right.
We went and saw it IMAX, so that was $20 a ticket. So that's $40 just tickets.
Wow.
And then and then like $30 on popcorn and a soda.
Oh my God.
It's like, oh, this industry is got a long road ahead of it.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to crawl back from.
But God, I love seeing a movie in theaters. So there's definitely, I think, a diehard fan group of people that want to do it, but gosh, not very accessible.
Yeah. I haven't, I haven't been real anxious to go back to the whole theater thing. Kind of gotten used to it.
What's a bummer is COVID wiped out, in my opinion, wiped out basically all of the cool local theaters in Kansas City.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
I don't know if Glenwood was a small one that would come back. We had a Alamo Drafthouse, which isn't local, but it was a really cool theater, and they left.
Oh, really? I've been to that one. I remember seeing Mad Max there, or like whatever your Spectrum was there.
Yeah, I really like that theater, but
Yeah, that one was. It was in that one's in Kansas City, right?
yeah, that was downtown.
Yeah. Yeah, good memories there.
Yeah. This is the 2-minute warning.
Ooh.
Wow.
I don't know if I'm gonna finish.
Yeah, I never made it to Meryl.
Oh, John, that is awesome, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how is
Jen, awesome color.
Oh,
how's
wow.
everybody?
Sandra, that looks amazing.
Everybody's
Oh,
stuff.
thank you.
John, that's great.
Yeah.
You guys, hey, you guys know what you're doing. Everybody.
Go team.
We should be artists or something.
I know.
Oh, wow, John, that is amazing. Look at that.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, John, that's so good.
I really like how you handled his mustache.
Yeah.
The crazy part is that's what I drew it with. It's just a big chunk of charcoal.
Crazy.
Fantastic.
If the tool fits.
That's the pose I wanted to draw the most tonight. It's such a great photograph. Timmy, I'm going to do what I said I was going to do.
Uh-oh.
So be careful.
John's following through.
On something.
Gonna get.
And Don, I really love that one.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's just that.
I'm gonna try to spend a couple more minutes working on it here.
Is that cerulean?
Yeah, using a little bit of cerulean, and then there's just this weird kind of specialty color, this mint green. I've been putting them in these little cups because when I just leave them open on the palette, they just kind of, I don't know if the moisture or whatever just kind of makes them go like spread everywhere. So I'm trying to, it's working out pretty well. The containers for them.
Really nice, Don.
Thanks.
It doesn't look like Meryl, but
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it for the night. We're moving on to the last segment, which is checking out everybody's work.
Awesome.
So what do we need? 2 minutes? Going to give them 2 minutes or 3 minutes?
I would say 2 minutes. You've got 2 minutes to post your last image.
Oh, Dale, that looks good.
Oh, thanks.
oh yeah.
I agree. That was a fun post.
Way to make use of your stubby charcoal.
I know, this is it. This is the last. Nah, you know, I'm going to squeeze next week out of this thing too.
Oh, that's very cool.
Make it earnest.
I want to see you use like tweezers to just palette.
I know. I'll just be like, okay, here we go.
Somebody just asked for the names of each model. It's Viola Davis is first, Tom Hardy, Mahershala Ali, and Meryl Streep.
Yep.
There you go. Post it. Don't wait.
I just got to ask the people that are drawing. Favorite Meryl Streep movie?
Oh, goodness.
Death Becomes Her.
Oh, Death Becomes Her's awesome.
Without a doubt.
Oh my God, that's such a great movie.
What a cast.
My favorite movie that she ever made was the first one I ever saw her in. It was Sophie's Choice.
That was devastating.
Oh,
That was
my
probably the
heart.
most brutal movie I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Oh,
John, I was sure you were going to say Mamma Mia.
Oh, close
I
second.
had to see,
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that movie.
I love Mamma Mia.
I thought it was good. I liked it.
yeah.
I've only seen the
I
first
love
one.
Mamma Mia. I love Mamma Mia. Also loved, that's a post-Bond Pierce Brosnan, which is just, he's
Oh yeah.
It was awesome in that. Was it the movie that the name of the movie with Pierce Brosnan, the Mexican?
Oh, yeah.
Not called that. It's called something else. But that's such a great, The Matador.
I know I feel bad for saying, but I think that's what it's called.
No, it's called The Matador.
The Matador.
I'm sorry, man. That was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We think the Mexican is a Brad Pitt movie.
Yeah.
Julia Roberts, Brad Pitt.
The Matador. Gosh, the scene. I loved Pierce.
Isn't Jeffrey Rush in that as well?
I don't know.
The Matador.
Oh, he was so good in that.
Jeffrey Rush, the pirate.
Love Jeffrey Rush.
Yeah.
That's all Audrey knows about Jeffrey.
Look, I was born in '93, and I know about the pirate of the Caribbean.
Oh man, I think that's about 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll hit the refresh one more time, and then we'll go.
Audrey, that looks so great.
Oh gosh, gotta get it. I'm just
Cool.
I'm just playing with ink and being loose here. We'll see if it ends up looking anything like her.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't done a loose inking in a long time.
Ooh,
All right.
wow.
Up and running, guys.
Look at that one right in the middle.
John can share his whole desktop.
Beautiful.
That's
Really
cool.
nice.
Okay. I did, didn't I, Timmy? It's just sharing my browser, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. No, I was joking. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you freaked me out. I was like, what the?
No, I was just.
I have enough problems, Timmy, without that.
Way to jinx it. Yeah.
There's some great ones here. Look at that.
Ooh,
Really nice, Mercy.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
I know who that is, so I'm not going to click on it. It's a good piece.
I love that one that your thing's on, right? The teal one in the middle.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
That one next to it too, the yellow face. That's
I'm
beautiful.
going to be clicking on all of them. It's all right.
Wow.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
They're great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, here we go.
Uh-huh.
I never miss.
That's
Cool.
fantastic.
I'm an owner of a couple of her pieces, so I'm promoting her. The value's going up.
I like how you don't mention that every week.
Publicity is a huge.
Best trade I've ever made.
Yeah, those pet ones were incredible.
Oh, that's really nice too.
Mm.
Really nice.
The one above that is good too.
Right?
Yeah, really nice work.
Good job.
Wow.
Nice gesture on the hand. Yeah.
Mm.
That's great drawings.
Right.
Strong. Very nice. Anybody, if you see one and you tell me I miss, you want me to stop, yell at me.
Hey, we got the Red Pencil Club here.
Good.
Nice.
You're very influential, Dale.
Yeah.
You own the copyright on that drawing, Dale?
It's Dale Red. You know, that's fine. It's like ASCAP. I get a piece of everyone. Oh, that's killer.
Look at that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really nice.
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
Nice use of that brush. Yeah.
Yeah, really good.
Club Red.
I know that's Marcy's work. I love Marcy's work. It's terrific.
That's terrific.
Well done. Very nice. Oh, so many good ones. Good job.
Ooh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Well, that one's cool.
Oh, that one on the left.
Stay there.
That's AJ. You know who that is.
Yep.
Wow.
Same old, same old.
I know it's digital, but it looks like he's painting with like tar and motor oil and
Yeah.
you know.
This is really nice.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's beautiful.
love that looseness. That's great.
So many good ones.
Oh, that Meryl Streep is really good.
I like that one right in the middle. Yeah.
Like that.
Oh well.
Good job, Doug.
Nice.
Really
Oh,
nice.
that's a little understated for you.
I know. I like this. Is like
I
a
like
sneak
it, it's
behind the
beautiful.
Doug Bell curtain.
He was handcuffed. There was something. Beautiful.
Oh, lovely color.
Look at these things. Again, this is the AJ show here.
AJ, yeah. He does consistently incredible work.
Yeah.
But like the average AJ piece is so far above average.
But look how well defined. I mean, squint at that. It's so shape driven.
Yeah.
It's such a great piece.
Really beautifully done.
Oh,
Great.
Great.
that's nice. That is amazing. I love that.
Oh wow, look
I
at
love
that.
his name. Probably.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
telling you, I'm gonna have to make another trade with this person. It's gonna be Felicity.
You've had your trade for the year.
No,
Probably a prodigy.
I gotta see if I can trade something.
Really?
There's
Wow.
Bill, I sanction all trades. So get this. That's fun.
Oh,
Really fun. So much great stuff.
Oh, that's nice right there. Wow.
Nice, Sienna.
Yeah.
Nice, Brian. That's interesting. It still it really does capture the likeness really well.
Yeah.
Oof. Great. Look at this thing.
I like that one next to it too.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is
that one's phenomenal.
the energy.
Good job.
Wow.
That's powerful.
I'm just going to really quickly say, because we didn't mention this at all tonight, but John's doing portfolio reviews this week, and tomorrow's the last day to book. I just shared the link in the chat. It's a free portfolio review. It's a one-on-one meeting. Do it.
Yeah, you won't regret it.
You will regret it. Thank you, Audrey.
Definitely do it.
Yeah, everyone who's come into my class, like who
Okay.
I've had a review, always says really good things about them.
There's a little arrow on that one too.
I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah. It really helps with the self-assessment.
Oh wow.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Gorgeous.
Ooh, yeah.
But so is that.
Good job, Felicity.
Ah.
I like that, man.
Did you see that it said Felicity's David Beckham?
Wait, did I open this one already? That's really
Yeah, so good.
Wow.
So is that. Look at that.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, this is fun.
Oh,
That's fun.
that's fun.
Nice.
That's great.
It's very Ralph Steadman, that one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guess who?
Doug Bell.
I can call it. Man, you can really draw it, Doug. Such a good
You
drawer.
see, he got a hard copy of his thesis out. He posted that on Facebook today.
I
Oh,
haven't seen it yet. I haven't.
Doug, it looks awesome.
have a look at that.
It's a nice drawing.
That's great.
Wow.
I love his razor blade drawings. Mhm. Is it a drawing with ink and a razor blade? Is it a painting? Like, what is that?
It is if you cut yourself. I mean,
Mm.
Oh, I love that one.
awesome.
Oh, that one's so great.
Oh, terrific.
Good.
It makes me think of Chris's like birds in the shape of a state. Like that could be.
I'm so those.
Oh, that one's so good.
Hi, Sienna. Oh, there's just too many good ones. Nice, Addie.
Wow.
Mhm.
That's nice. I have to check this out. Nice, Chris.
Oh, awesome, Chris.
I bet we see that in Slack. This is fun. Nice, Marcy.
One below it is cool too.
Look at that.
Addie for sure. Oh, nope.
Nice.
Cool. Is that a new guest? Maybe.
Well done. Nice, Heather. Man. Good job.
Is that Chris Payne?
Was that Chris over there? I was going to say.
C Fox.
He's pretty good.
He knows something.
He should start doing it professionally.
I know.
Oh, that's a beautiful silhouette too. On the lower one.
Oh, wow.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
The same. Yeah. Wow.
Ooh.
Dang it. All yours are good from tonight. That's beautiful.
Great job, everybody.
I think we've come to the end.
Yep.
Really beautiful work, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody that joined us, participated. Thank you, all the guests that I guess sometime you guys just keep showing up. And I'm glad you do. It certainly makes the experience better. Cassandra and Don and Dale and Bill. And who else am I missing?
Chris?
Chris Payne that was here, and Audrey who came in late.
Mhm.
And thank you all for joining us tonight and doing this. This was a lot of fun. Episode number 60.
Ooh, is it really?
Wow.
60 times. I just have to do this. I got to turn my camera. I don't even know if my camera's on. It is, right?
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, you're set.
Okay, so if you want to see what 60 pieces of reference look like, I mean, 60 hits, that's every piece of reference that we've used in isolation. It's probably 2.5 inches thick.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that insane? And so
Uh-oh.
we all have done that many drawings too. So that's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah.
All right, Timmy.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Have a good night and sign up for a portfolio review. Do it.
All right, we'll see you all next.